Tuesday, April 11th. I am very excited for a couple reasons. One, I'm really happy the way last week's vlog turned out. The music turned out perfectly. The message was really more about focusing on the kids and what I'm trying to do looking forwards. And that's number one, why I'm excited. Number two, I'm excited because I'm gonna finally catch up this week. Book number one is coming to a close. Good time to fully catch up and get in step with Love This Book. A beautifully foggy morning commuting from Oregon to Madison. So how are you guys doing with Love This Book? I think the plan has gotten so much better than it was a few years ago. But when I saw this format, I can honestly say I liked it better. And I thought I'd get more responses from people that they were actually doing the Love This Book. But like I said, I'm surprised how many people are not doing it or are struggling with it. So how are you doing with it? Are you reading more than you ever have in the past? Why or why not? You know, the point of this vlog is to just give one example of how a person processes a challenge like this. I'm not saying my way is right or better than anybody else's. And part of the reason I'm doing this is I kind of wish more people did it more often. I get encouraged when I see people doing things that I do or that I want to do, find out different or better ways to do things. And that's really the point of doing this, is just to show people how I'm choosing to do it. And I just hope that it encourages a couple people to do Love This Book a little bit more than they maybe would have if they hadn't seen this vlog or heard about it. I want it to be more than just read the Bible, write in a journal, have more of a discussion. You know, as I talked about with the whole Deuteronomy 6 chapter, where it says, impress these things on your heart, teach them to your kids, you know, hang them over your doorway. I want to make my faith, I want to make Christianity something that I talk about in the public sphere. So that was my entry for the day, Tuesday, April 11th. I'm asking, how are you doing with it?
There was a window to the moon. I saw life like a promise. I got the world and I got you. I got the world and I got you.
Spoilers. You know how you're on Facebook and you want to make sure that if you haven't caught up on an episode or a movie, maybe even a sporting event, you make sure to stay clear of certain social media so that you don't get any spoilers, right? I got a friend who, when they read a book, they like to skim the book to see what's going to happen once there's conflict. They like to look ahead to see how is this going to work out. Sometimes they even get all the way to the end just to see if the book is going to be worth reading. I hate doing that. I hate spoilers. I like to see the whole story from beginning, middle to end. I hate spoilers, but you know what? You know, as we've done Love This Book, a lot of us know the spoiler. We know in the end, if we can get through all this Old Testament stuff, we know that Christianity rests on the shoulders of Jesus. My favorite chapter from this week's reading was 1 Samuel 16. I love it because as a Christian, I know the genealogy of Jesus. I know his family line. I know the storyline of the Bible. And so when Saul is going through so much trouble and he's tormented by spirits and God's favor has left him, his advisors tell him to find somebody who can play the lyre. And in doing that, Saul gets introduced to David, and these big, noble, strong men in the line of Jesse, they all get turned down, and he takes basically the last in line. But it's very comforting to see a character like David come on the scene, knowing that this is kind of where the Jesus story begins. Are you like that? Do you like knowing the end of movies, books, and with your faith, knowing Jesus is the end of the story? How does that affect how you've read the Bible thus far? It's a powerful thing to know the end of the story. I've really love this book, and I've appreciated a lot of the new detail that I've gotten out of the first part of the Old Testament. But as I've said before, some of it can be hard to get through, but I appreciate it, knowing where it's going for the New Testament. And this week, I hope you can take some time to appreciate the story of 1 Samuel, appreciate the story of Saul, his role in this whole thing, and I hope you can look with fresh eyes on the introduction of David, how subtly he comes on the scene, how nobody could have orchestrated a character like David coming to provide assistance in such a servanthood role that he took, to play a musical instrument to help the mental state of a weary king, a musician who would eventually become king himself, one of the best kings Israel ever had. Take some time to think about David on the scene, essentially, in a lot of eyes, beginning the genealogy and the lineage that'll lead us to Jesus.